Hello, minasan, Jane desu. Today, I'm going to introduce 10 words that you might be mispronouncing. Be careful when pronouncing these words because if you mispronounce them, you may be misunderstood when speaking with foreigners or asking for directions when traveling abroad. But don't worry. In this lesson, we're going to solve those pronunciation issues. But before we start, if you like this video and want to learn more about American pronunciation, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, I'm offering a free gift through my official Line account. It includes a PDF about English pronunciation, so be sure to check it out. Okay, hajimemashou. Let's get started. The first word is athlete. One common mistake when pronouncing the word athlete is replacing the th sound with the su sound. So many Japanese people tend to say asurito, su, asurito. So in this case, we want to say athlete. So you're going to stick your tongue through your teeth just a little bit and go like this. Th. So let's try. Athlete. So then from the th sound, you'll tense your tongue and go athlete and make the L sound. Athlete. And then for the ending sound, we don't want to say to, athlito. No. We want to say athlete. You might even hear athlete, where the sound just stops with the tongue touching up here. Athlete. Either one is okay. Athlete. 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 He was the top athlete in his class. Number 2 is February. So the most common mistake here is that instead of saying February, many people say February, D with a D sound. But in English, we have that R sound. So what you want to do is bring your tongue back here, into the back part of your mouth and say re. So let's break it down. Feb, feb, February. And one thing to note, in the word February, you can see that there are 2 R's, but we don't usually pronounce that first R. We don't say February, we say February. February is one of the coldest months of the year. Number 3 is comfortable. A common mistake is saying comfortable. So many people make the O sound too strong on comfortable. It shouldn't be a for sound. It should just be fur. But we don't want to say comfortable. So the way I say it is I say comfortable. You might hear some people put an extra syllable and say comfortable. Either way is okay. My new bed is so comfortable. And the next word number 4, is colleague. In this word, a common mistake is saying colleague instead of colleague. So making that O sound too strong. We don't want to say colleague. We want to make it tall and say colleague. Colleague. I went to lunch with a colleague of mine. And number 5 is the word who. Many people struggle with this word because they want to use the Japanese sound who. But in English, the air should come out clearly without any obstruction from the mouth or teeth. And we want to shape the sound into an oo sound with lots of air coming through. Who. Who. Can you see how much space I have? Who. 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 I can feel a lot of air. Who. Who. Who wants to go for a walk? Next, number 6, theory. The most common mistake with this word is instead of pronouncing the th sound, many people say s and pronounce it theory instead of theory. So let's try it again. Stick your tongue in between your teeth just a little bit and allow air to flow over your tongue. Theory. Also, with this word, we don't want to say theory. We want to just say theory. The O sound is not pronounced. Theory. And instead of saying a B sound, like theory, again, we want to make that So bring your tongue back and say re. Re. Theory. 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 The theory behind it seems complicated. And number 7 is the word rural. Now this word is even difficult for native English speakers. So this word is full of R's and L's, which are very difficult for many Japanese people to pronounce. So let's break it down into 3 smaller sounds. Let's start with the R sound first. So again, bring your tongue back for the sound, and let's go R. We can round our lips a little bit more because this R is at the beginning of the word. So we can go R, R, R. And then we can keep our tongue back here and say R, R, R. And then at the end, we can add in the L sound. R, roll, R, roll. So that first R, our mouths are going to be rounded. And then going from the roll, and then our tongue is going to scoop up into the L sound. R, roll, rural, rural, rural. He came from a rural town. Next, number 8 is seat. A common way of mispronouncing this is instead of saying seat, many people say sheet, like the Japanese she sound. But that's a different word. A sheet is something that you put on your bed, like a bed sheet. But if you're going to take a seat, you want to make sure you make a clear s sound. Seat, seat, seat. And to make this sound, you're going to bring your teeth together like this, and your tongue should be pushed up against the bottom teeth here, like this. And we want to allow that air to pass through the gap in our teeth there. seat, seat, seat. I don't want to sit in the middle seat. And then we have number 9, anxiety. Some people pronounce this as anxiety, but in English it's anxiety. So for that first ang sound, we want to have our mouths open wide this way and this way. Anxiety. And then also, we want to put emphasis on the zai. Anxiety. 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 Flying on planes gives me anxiety. And the last word, number 10, is volunteer. So a common mistake when pronouncing this word is saying bo instead of v. For this word, it's spelt with a V. So you want to take your top teeth and your bottom lip and touch them. But you do want to allow some air to pass between your top teeth and your bottom lip and create some friction and vibration and say and then even though it's spelt with an O, the sound is actually an ah sound. So volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. I usually volunteer at the shelter on weekends. どうでしたか? Were you able to get closer to native English pronunciation? If you keep listening to the sounds and practice over and over, your pronunciation will definitely improve. And lastly, I have an announcement for you. On Jane's English official line account, I'm offering free bonuses like my original pronunciation materials. If you're interested, please check out the description box below. 動画をご覧いただきありがとうございます。高評価とチャンネル登録お願いします。See you next time!